Hi, this is Dorothy Kilty with Raccoon Creations on YouTube, and this is the little journal I'm working on for my design team project for Creating with Jovi. And I'm using her beautiful Cherry Blossoms of Japan journal kit. There's going to be maybe a short of just introducing this a little bit because it stopped. But I think that I have solved the problem where this was dying and it was with my phone. So anyway, here we go with the closure I've got on it and this front piece. Now, I tried to find blue cardstock for the back of this and I didn't have any that I thought matched. So I went ahead with the pink with some of the flowers and things on it. And then I'm getting ready to decorate the inside, okay? So I have assorted pieces of paper. Some are cut off and some are scraps and stuff over here on my left side. And I have this journaling card that I made with the blue. And so that's in here. I have these are 4x6 index cards, and they go into these pockets here just fine. And this is 3x5 index cards, and they go, if it has to go on the top, really well. And then I have this other piece that I had cut sitting here. So let's get to decorating. Now I had just this little scrap of that I had cut off the piece, so I just put it down the center of this gold one. And on this one, I want to add a few little things. So I'm going to, I did the paper on this. I'm going to tear off a piece of gold to go down the middle or the side. I think I'll put it on the side of this one over here. Okay, and so I'm going to ink along the sides of this gold piece a little bit. Okay. And I think I'm just going to put it along the side here with the torn edge pointing in. Okay, so you still be able to make a few little notes on here if you want to. And I'm going to go right along the edge of this. Okay, a lot of times I like pretty simple, basic trims. I don't think it takes a lot. Just lining that up a little bit there. And I'll cut this off. Okay, so now let's make a pocket to go in here. So if you use an index card, then you have lined images on the back. Now I'm going to start off, I'm going to ink the edges of this. Okay, and then I'm going to take writing. Now unfortunately I don't have Japanese writing, which I did, but I don't. So, a piece of paper. I'm just going to randomly do a little bit of, if it's, doesn't show, if I don't get it all the way down there, and it doesn't show, I'm okay with that. I'm just making, I am going to just touch this up a little bit. Okay, so that just makes a little background there. Now this is going into the pocket this way. So I think what I'm going to do is pick an image that goes up and down, more or less. I like to, so on this one, see we have these two ladies on this page. I am just going to tear them out. I don't want to put too layered things in here, just because I don't want this journal to become too large, too thick, and too gator mouth, because I think that the person who gets it may want to add more things into it. Okay, so just putting that on there with the layering, I think that looks nice. Okay. Okay, so now let's take this and put it inside here. Okay, nice. Okay, now on this page, here I have the 3x5s, and as you can see, they do go in, stick in these pockets well. Now this also has pockets cut on the top of it, okay? So on this one, I wanted to make a little flip up here. I'm gonna take, so I have some things that are printed on paper and some are printed on cardstock. So they can probably go into the pockets just as they are. Okay, I can take this. This will go all the way. I don't need it to go up the flap. I'm going to take it down just a little bit, but it'll wrap around. No, let's see. I wrap this around. No, I don't want to wrap it around because when you flip it up, you want the image to show right there. So let me just tear this along here. Put this aside again. Okay. So this will be good on here. We'll ink the edges. Now, if you don't like the looks of these envelopes, you know, you can definitely make this big enough to cover it up completely. Okay, that's how I like it. I'm gonna go along the edge of this here. Oh, shame on me. Nope. Okay, let's try this again. Along the edge of this here, where I wanted to glue down, okay? And then I'm gonna take, so what I've done is, haven't done all the way down to the bottom. I'm just going along this here and going up, and then I'll put some across the top here so that those are secured there. Now, where do I want this to go? I want this to go down here and up to here. Oops. Sorry. like that. I'll go ahead and put this over a little bit, and then trim this. And once again, I'm going to tear it here. Okay? Okay, so this will go into here, and it'll flip up this way. So now let's think about what we want to do on this side. I have some music paper here that I think I will put this way, and I want it to go down to here. So as you can see, I don't really measure. I hold it up against it to get an idea of what's happening. When you use vintage music paper like this, it is fragile, and so it's good to have it glued down to something. Okay, let's see. Okay, ink it real quick. Whoops, see? See how fragile? I tore it. That's okay. All right, let's put the glue here. I'm going to make sure I go on both sides of any tears to secure them in place. Okay, now let's go right up here. Okay, and then what kind of figure? She's a little too big. Okay, let's just take one of these. Now all I'm going to do is tear this out. When I'm tearing, I like to put the ruler on the smaller piece, if it'll hold up, and hold that down. I think I get a better tear when I can do that, rather than putting it on the larger piece and trying to do it. So, okay, here we have this. Now, this is going to go into this pocket. I have not, so when you have glue on an envelope, you definitely want to cover that up or use that to glue down. I've cut notches for the pockets in some of these, but not all of them. So I think that if it ends up being a little bit of a hidden place, that can be fun. I'm going to put my finger in here and just make sure there's no glue, and there's not. Okay? Now this one, so this flips up like this, see? And then this one here, when you flip this out, you've got the writing here, and I'm going to just leave it as writing space. There is a place, no there's not, because it goes in here. Okay, that's the top. Let's work on one of these. Now, let me just show you this because I may not show you everything. So here I've got the music page, and this has got a, right here. A card can go in here. So let me take one of these cards. I'll just leave it sticking out a little bit to mark it, okay? And these two cards here. I've got this music place, and on this side, you've got a pocket that goes in this way. Little sloppy with your glue in there, Dorothy. Okay, and so I'll decorate these. This one also pocket out, and you've got a pocket here. Okay, I've got this paper here. I've got a little bit of decoration here, but I could very well add more. Now I've got a pocket on this side and on this side. Okay, here, this is another one of those that pops out with a pocket here and here. Okay, another one where I have this purchase order can be writing space, and I may add a little bit more decoration to that. We have a pocket here and a pocket here, and we have this pocket here and this pocket here. Okay, here we have, okay, this has the pocket going inside, and this one has one going in here. Oh, I had decided to cut these off. Let me cut them off. Okay, and this one, and that's the back of the journal. Okay, so you have a card here, and actually on this one, I'm going to round the edges. And we'll ink it. Okay, and what I'm going to do on this one is take a piece, start with a border like this, right here, okay? Let's see, I think it needs to go this way. And then let's take a piece tear this off. Music page here. I'm just layering it up a little bit. Now, when I layer things, I like uneven edges, so this is a little bit like making a cluster as well. And we have a tiny bit of a fan showing here, so I'm going to take this piece, cutting this time. So one of the fun things, fun being sarcastic, with my printer is that if it stops for some reason printing, gets hung up, runs out of paper, a lot of times it starts again at the beginning, and I get multiple copies of some pages. So that happened here. So I have lots of images. These are the full-size images cards. So we'll put it right on there. Okay, and now we have a card decorated. We can take the back of this and just take let's see, it goes this way. A little stamp just to put it up, okay? So that's a nice one to to go oh yeah, I've got that. I did that one. Okay, this can go in. Let's see. It goes in there. This actually, will this go in here? It will. So that can go right in there. We can put a dangle or something on it to have it come out. Now we've got these. Now these are much closer. Oh, let's take two of these. Let's cut some corners, trim the corners here too. Okay, ink the edges. Sloppy inking, but you know, I kind of like sloppy inking. Not sure exactly how high it needs to go up on here. Okay, now these cards, this is kind of a very lightweight cardstock, so this is going to make lots of nice edges here, or you know, be very firm. I might be able to put this in all by itself as a card, but I think I want to put this cute little teapot right on here. Okay? So here we go. It fits in all the way around. I could have trimmed this a little more so that I had the same kind of border on the sides and the top, but I think it's just fine the way it is. So, okay, that one's ready to go here, and let's find something else. These goldfish. There was a Japanese gardens in Hayward, California when I used to live there. And when my daughter was little, it was one of our favorite places to go. It was within walking distance of where I lived. And when I've gone back to the Hayward, Castro Valley area, I've gone to visit it again just because I love it. I took all my grandkids there, and it's just so pretty. These goldfish remind me of that Japanese garden. Okay, there we go. So now we have this one done. Okay, on these, I believe that you can write on these pages in between this, but it's also nice to put some kind of a decoration on them. Now I have this little scrap of lace. Let me see, I think what I want to do is just put this cherry blossom here and then the lace. Nope, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make this a flip up. So just by putting this on. And so I just have these scraps of paper, and I'm going to take it and fold it in half. Let's see, do I want a flip up or a flip down? I think I want to flip up on this side. No, I want to flip down. Okay. Now, the way I'm doing this is I'm folding it so that this strip of paper, when it's down, there'll be a little bit of a decoration on it. So it's going to go this way. Feet. How funny is that? So I'm putting the glue on both sides of this. I'll start with this. On this. Okay, I'm going to round these top two corners. Then I shall put this on here. And that gives us more journaling space. Okay, let's cut this off here. Okay, whoops, doesn't quite fit. There we go, now that fits there. Down here we have journaling space, and we are going to put what did I do with that ribbon I had? Okay, I'm going to tear out this cherry blossom. Ink the edges where the whites show. And I'm going to put it like this. That does two things. It covers up these feet, and it extends the design up across this page. I'm going to add a little bit more glue right here. Doesn't want to stick. Okay. And then as you can see, I like putting little strips in. I like it both because it uses up these little scraps. Let's see, which way is up? Not sure. Put it like that. Okay, and then I have some teeny tiny pieces, little things, and we'll just add this. Once again, we will round the corners. And put her right there. So this way you've got some decorations to look at as you flip through the pages, but you also have journaling, room for journaling. Okay, we'll put that up. Now here, now I'm just going to continue and decorate cards for this, and when it's all done, I'll do a final flip through. So thanks for watching. This is Dorothy with Raccoon Alley Creations using the Cherry Blossoms of Japan Journal Kit from Creating with Jovi for my no-sew envelope journal. Thank you.